What's up guys, Quinn here and welcome to episode 6 of this modern karate series. In this episode, we're going to take a look at Heian Shodan, and we're going to apply the techniques we learned in our previous episode to this kata to make it into that mnemonic tool that we've talked about. A mnemonic tool to help us remember what it is we're actually practicing and learning. Now, if you're new to this channel, let me quickly recap what it is we're doing here. My goal is to have a practical self-defense or sport combat oriented technique or drill for every section of every form that we practice. And if you look at the older kata, that really kind of is the case. You can see it there. There's some interpretation that has to happen, but the foundation is there. However, with the way we're teaching beginners with the Heian katas or Pinan kata is a bit off base from what I believe kata was originally meant for. You see, the Heian kata, they were created much more recently with a goal in mind of teaching large numbers of people individual techniques, individual punches or blocks, these small pieces of technique called kihon. But I'm going to ask you to really consider, why are we doing it that way? What are we actually doing with our bodies and with our minds when we train in that direction? What are we actually doing when we train muscle memory to always pull our fist back to hikite? Is that a good thing? Do we really want to do that if we're training for self-defense or for sport combat? I'm going to argue that no, we don't want to be doing that. We should be training muscle memory to pull our hand back to our face in between techniques, or to pull into a guard or like a Philly shell between techniques, and to not do this. The same thing goes with our blocks. Heian Shodan, for example, we have these 3 rising blocks that go down the middle of the form. But do we actually want to train our body to do that? Instead, I propose this. We take this form, these Heian forms, and we modify them a bit to train practical technique, to train practical muscle memory, and to train visualization to help you and your students see what it is they're doing in their mind to enhance what it is they're trying to achieve. So maybe this is a little bit different. Maybe some traditionalists are going to be uncomfortable with this idea, and that's fine. If you don't want to train this way, that is totally fine. That is up to you. But just really consider, maybe it's time for a change. Because the way we teach now and the way that the environment is now socially is not the same way it was 100 years ago. It's not the same way it was after World War II, when Japan was trying to de-combativize everything and sportificate everything. That's a word, sportificate. Nowadays we have combative sports that are really popular, and karate is falling short. And I feel like if we're going to address that, we need to change the way that we're training and the way that we're teaching. Yes, keep the morals, keep the values, keep the good things the traditional martial arts have, but let's give people a true base for their confidence. Let's not teach false confidence. Let's teach kids, let's teach adults, let's teach our students how to practically, realistically defend themselves, and give them confidence to know, like, if they were to jump into a full contact sparring situation, they could handle themselves. So there's my 2 bits. Stick around. We got some good things happening. Let's get started.
I've spent the last 10 years studying the masters of old, refining what I found, and redefining karate for the modern age. My aim, to modernize the traditional training methods while maintaining the vision of the old masters. Whether you're a beginner or experienced karateka, let me take you on a journey of personal improvement and self-defense.
Heian Shodan.